The lungwort plant, Pulmonaria officinalis, is a herbaceous perennial plant native to Europe and Western Asia. It's commonly found growing in damp, shady habitats such as woodland floors, hedgerows and damp meadows. It has distinctive leaves that are covered in small hairs and spotted with white or silver markings, which resemble the appearance of lung tissue. These markings were traditionally believed to be a sign that the plant could be used to treat respiratory problems. So the early signals of this plant's benefits were based on the fact that it looked similar to the thing that people were hoping it would treat. A pretty tenuous connection, to say the least. So let's dig a little deeper than appearances and look at what lungwort supplements might actually be good for, based on the scientific evidence to date. I found a number of studies during my research on lungwort, but only 2 that were performed in humans. All the others were animal and/or lab-based tests, which are far more unreliable. Let's look at the in vitro human studies, meaning studies performed within the human body itself that have been performed on lungwort. Both studies were fairly recent, with one being performed in 2018 and the other in 2019. The 2018 study, published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences, was a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial that aimed to evaluate the effects of an extract of lungwort on symptoms and quality of life in people with bronchial asthma. The study involved 60 participants who were randomly assigned to receive either the lungwort extract or a placebo for 12 weeks. The results showed that the lungwort extract was effective in improving symptoms and quality of life, as measured by the Asthma Quality of Life Questionnaire, or AQ-LQ, and the Asthma Control Test, or ACT, compared to the placebo group. They found that lungwort improved the Asthma Quality of Life Questionnaire, or AQ-LQ, score by 2.73 and the Asthma Control Test, or ACT, score by 3.53. Now, you're probably wondering, what does this mean in terms of actual improvement? Was this significant? Well, the AQ-LQ is a validated questionnaire that assesses the impact of asthma on the patient's quality of life. The AQ-LQ consists of 32 items that are scored on a 7-point scale, with a score of 1 indicating severe impairment and a score of 7 indicating no impairment. The total AQ-LQ score ranges from 1 to 7, with higher scores indicating better quality of life. So an improvement of 2.73 is relative to a 39% improvement in this score. The Asthma Control Test, or ACT, is another validated questionnaire that assesses the level of asthma control in patients. The ACT consists of 5 items that are scored on a 5-point scale, with a score of 1 indicating poor asthma control and a score of 5 indicating optimal asthma control. The total ACT score ranges from 5 to 25, with higher scores indicating better asthma control. So an improvement of 3.53 points, as seen in the lungwort study, is relative to a 7% improvement in this score. Less significant than what was seen in the AQ-LQ score, but an improvement nonetheless. The 2019 study, published in the Journal of Herbal Medicine, was a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial that aimed to evaluate the effects of a preparation containing lungwort, as well as other herbs, on lung function in people with COPD. The study involved 70 participants who were randomly assigned to receive either the herbal preparation or a placebo for 12 weeks. The results showed that the herbal preparation was effective in improving lung function, as measured by forced expiratory volume in 1 second, or FEV1, and forced vital capacity, or FVC, compared to the placebo group. Specifically, it increased the percentage of predicted forced expiratory volume in 1 second, FEV1, by 8.02%, and the percentage of predicted forced vital capacity, or FVC, by 9.41%. So just bear this in mind if you're considering buying and trialing lungwort for yourself. The human-based clinical data is very thin on the ground, and whilst there's some encouraging signals from this limited data, it doesn't yet have the robustness and strength of numerous human studies to strengthen and fully prove those early positive signals. So proceed with caution and always speak to a health professional before you incorporate new supplements into your regime. It may be worth sitting on this one for a little while until more evidence and clinical data comes to light. And remember, we're talking about a natural product, so in itself, the plant as a whole may not be the most efficient, safe, or effective way to source the specific compounds that actually deliver the positive signals in the studies mentioned. Lungwort contains several potentially active compounds, including flavonoids, tannins, saponins, and polysaccharides, which may contribute to its medicinal properties. Flavonoids are plant pigments that have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. They're thought to help reduce inflammation in the airways. Tannins are a type of polyphenol that have astringent properties and can help to reduce inflammation and soothe irritated tissues. They're thought to help reduce inflammation and promote healing in the airways. Saponins are plant compounds that have expectorant properties, meaning they help thin and loosen mucus in the lungs. This can help improve breathing and reduce coughing. Polysaccharides are complex carbohydrates that have immune boosting properties. They're thought to help support the immune system and reduce inflammation in the airways. All of these compounds, whether collectively or individually, are likely to be the reason for lungwort showing positive early signals in trials on people with asthma and COPD. So in the absence of a depth of information around lungwort, the real question should be, are there more proven, tried and tested and therefore potentially safer ways to increase your intake of these specific compounds? Echinacea, licorice root, elderberry, astragalus root and turmeric are all more well-established food supplements and foods that could potentially deliver a similar profile of polysaccharides, saponins, tannins and flavonoids to lungwort. For example, turmeric was involved in a 2014 study titled Evaluation of Efficacy of Curcumin as an Add-on Therapy in Patients of Bronchial Asthma, where the results showed that curcumin capsules help in improving the airway obstruction, which was evident by significant improvement in the mean FEV1 values, which was one of the values measured in one of the aforementioned lungwort studies. And it was concluded that curcumin is effective and safe as an add-on therapy for the treatment of bronchial asthma. So there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful and that it provided more insight into the potential benefits of lungwort as a food supplement. If you like the content, please go ahead and subscribe. You can do that here or below the video. And don't forget to also hit the bell symbol when you do so you can be notified of any new health and wellness videos that we post. Thanks for watching. This video is sponsored by Verifier Lab. Did you know that a recent study across various food supplements found that over 31% were contaminated by highly damaging or illegal substances, that 51% didn't adequately break down to allow the body to actually absorb the active ingredients, and that over 46% were not accurately labelled. In some instances, they contained no active ingredients. That's 0 milligrams of whatever strength they were advertising on the front of the label, 0. Verifier Lab are food supplement verification specialists, bringing safety and transparency to the food supplement industry to help you separate the bad brands from the good brands. Just send them a sample of the supplement that you take, tell them what you'd like them to check for. It could be to confirm the supplement strength, the core ingredient, to check for damaging contaminants, for microbial agents, allergens, almost anything. And you'll get your lab results emailed back within 7 days to tell you what you want to know about your supplement. Check them out at verifierlab.com and use the code UNCOVERED for 30% off your first order. Now back to the video.